Well, hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I've got a really cool technique to share with you. This one is how to make stencils for your watercolor or any kind of painting. But these stencils, the way we're doing them is they'll actually adhere to your paper and you'll get a really clear image. You won't get any bleeding. So that to me is amazing because as you guys know, with the plastic ones, especially with watercolor, that water will just seep underneath that plastic and you really can't get whatever image you were trying to get. So what I have done is taken some just regular old freezer paper from the kitchen. Make sure it's plastic coated because that's the part that makes it stick. And then what you're going to do is you'll just cut a piece of that out. And then what I did was use die to cut these out. So I cut this little flower shape out. I cut this out too. This is kind of like a, I don't know, card background or something. It's a little intricate, so this will be a real good test. But anyway, you could use punches, you could use scissors, anything. You could, really good idea would be if you've got like a Cricut or a Silhouette, is to, cut patterns out with that. So I thought that was a good idea. And so you'll need that. You need your watercolor paper. I am using cold press, so it does have some texture to it. And then an iron. You can use your regular household iron if you want. Just make sure to turn the steam off. You want it to be dry. And then I am actually just going to use this little bitty craft iron because that's just what is handy. And so you just cut your image out. And when you're cutting it, make sure that, because what you're going to want to do is the plastic side is what's going to stick to your paper. So if you were cutting something like, let's say, letters, you would want to have that in mind, that your plastic, the shiny side, needs to go down toward the paper whenever you're cutting it. So then we're just going to take the iron. I don't know that I would put it on high. Maybe just a medium setting, because it doesn't take a whole lot to stick it. But what I do, instead of like, how you go back and forth to iron clothes, is just kind of press it for a couple of seconds, especially with something like this that's real delicate. And look, it's already sticking. Like, it doesn't take long at all to get it to stick down. And that's the part that makes it so great, because it's stuck to the paper and it won't let your water seep up underneath it. I've seen people do this for, different crafts, and I've done it before, like quilting and stuff like that with fabric, but never did I think to use it on watercolor design or for paper stencils. And I tried it the other day, and I was just amazed at how well it worked. And it comes off real easy. Like, it doesn't stick or pull your paper off. And I didn't find that this ironing did anything, bad to the paper. Now once you've kind of got it stuck, you could let it slide a little bit if you need to. You don't have to be quite as careful. But you want to make sure that you get it all stuck down, just because wherever, you know, if it's not stuck down, then you will get some seepage under the stencil. All right, I just wanted to make sure I had it all stuck down and nothing was lifted up. I don't know that I would recommend such a delicate and detailed design, at least for the first time you attempt this. It seemed like something started to come up. Okay, then I'll let that cool for just a second. All right, what do you say we give this a try? I think it's stuck good. I know you guys probably can't see that very good. I'm sorry. White on white. All right, I just got some blue watercolor paint out. Oh, sorry. The hiccups. The other one that I did, I got it pretty wet, like a lot of water. So the only thing that makes me just a little nervous with this one is that it's just so delicate. But we will see if it stands up. It's going to be really cool. All right, I'm going to get some different blue. Let me quit messing with it. Let's let that dry, and then we'll peel and reveal. All right, so I actually used my heat tool on this to get it dry, and it didn't lift it. So that's good to know. Very good. All right, it's all dry. Are y'all ready? Let's see how easy this comes off. Oh, wow. Look at this, y'all. That is really cool. Like I said, you might not want something quite so delicate. I was really pushing the envelope with this one. But it doesn't leave any kind of residue. Oh, it tore. No residue on the paper. And this sure a lot easier than trying to mask off something so detailed. Oh, wow. That's really cool. This little piece still stuck on there. There it goes. Look at that. This is so cool. So there is like a tiny little couple of spots where I guess maybe, I don't know, if the stencil had lifted a little bit, maybe, or I just didn't get it stuck down as good. So there was a couple little boo-boos, but just look at that. Isn't that amazing? And the nice thing about this is you can use the positive or the negative to make your images. So you can iron that down and paint over it. And this was just a little play I did just to try it out. Of course, I scribbled around it, but, you know, so that would leave that area white. Or then you could use this part, iron that down, and then paint these whatever colors you wanted. And then you would have that side. And now not this because it's too delicate, but something like this, you can reuse them like once or twice before you have to make another one. But I am so impressed on how that came out. That is so cool. So then I could just trim this down and use it maybe as a card background, which might be exactly what I'm going to do. All right, well, if you guys are liking this content, please don't forget to like and make sure you're subscribed to the channel with the notifications enabled. I sure would appreciate it. Thanks so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.